Right, we are live. We are here. Well, I am here. What about the rest of you? No doubt you'll be coming in anytime soon. Yeah, eventful week really. Lot of drama going on. But we will proceed with the live streams. We will continue doing what we do over here on the British VC community. Um, so yeah. Oh man, I'm just glad to be home. It's been a pretty miserable week regarding the weather. All it seems to do rain at the moment. So glad to finish work and be home and have a nice meal and chill out for a bit and watch a movie. And of course do this great stream. So hiya Martin, you're right. So yeah, I'm just basically going to talk a load of nonsense here and see who comes in, who wants to talk. Feel free. I haven't put the link out yet. I'll do that when it's requested. I'm running a little bit late today. I'm not always going to be punctual, bang on 8 o'clock. I'll try to be, but it's a bit difficult, with dinner and kids and stuff going on. So you can appreciate that. This is basically just a fun live stream of chat and music or whatever you want it to be. There's no kind of structure or anything. It's just it's all here. It's a free for all for everybody to come in and chat. So yeah. They'd pick up artist who farted. Wasn't me. Martin. SM. Hello lads. So what's happening out there? What have you got to tell me? Any latest news or gossip? Anything you know going on? Let us know. Let us know in the comments. I haven't even got much to show really. I haven't really haven't brought any vinyl or CDs. I've just been picking up DVDs and the odd movies here and there. Nothing really to show. I spent a bit on vinyl earlier a few weeks ago, but I've showed those records so far, I think, so I'll save those for a video. I've unearthed footage of AJK for the Fatty Liver Report. Go check that out. Oh, I'm still ripping my DVD collection to my computer, which is just an ongoing thing. It's taken months. I've got bags around me full of DVDs. which I need to get rid of. But I'm actually getting there. There's only a couple of bags left. And a lot of them is sort of like music related. But a bag of just like music DVDs. Such as Led Zeppelin DVD. Stereophonics. Live at Cardiff Castle. One of my favourite Welsh bands. Best of the REM. The Lionel Richie collection. I think these were charity shop finds. Some were, some I'm not so sure. Tales from the Golden Age, Bob Dylan, 1941 to 66. Bit of Bob Dylan. I remember picking up these about a year or so ago. There was like, I went into a charity shop and it was just packed full of like music related DVDs, and it was like they were dirt cheap. I just brought a load, and a lot of them were like Bob Dylan, Beatles. Yeah, it's quite cool actually. This one, Bob Dylan, After the Crash. Let's have a look at the comments. Sean Ryan says, "You're gonna bother getting anything for record store day, Simon? Price has completely put me off. I'm not really one for record store day. I never bother. I see the records available, and although I think, oh yeah, that'd be nice, it doesn't really appeal. You know, it's I find it very kind of novelty. A lot of the stuff they issue out on record store day, like it's just sort of rehashed, redone before stuff. So I never invest. I might buy the odd piece like years down the line, maybe. You know, if I see something like on eBay or Discogs, I thought, oh yeah, you know, I want that. But I never go out and queue up or order anything from record store day. It just, you know, I'm quite content with popping into the secondhand record shop, picking up used records, going in HMV, buying the old record here and there, you know, when I'm in town. But no, not really a one for record store day. Greetings, William. You all right, mate? Michael, how you doing, mate? Suffolk Audiophile. Evening, all. So yeah. I mean, I suppose the only thing which kind of appeals to me is like when I see Blur releases on record store day. I thought, well, yeah, that'd be nice to have, but I never get around to pulling the trigger on them. You know, I just go past and I was just like, meh. I forget about it after a while, and it, you know. I like finding stuff in the wild. Actually, I find that far more of a buzz. I had a little wish list over Christmas on my birthday, and every like year my partner says, "Oh, you know, what records do you want for your birthday and Christmas?" Because she won't really know what I'm after. So like, I say, well, do you want me to write lists? And she goes, yeah, write me a list, which I do virtually every year. So I do that, and I don't kind of list like in an order of what I want the most. I just write whatever it is I'm interested in, and I'll leave it to her to sort of like surprise me with. But there was one record on there which I really did particularly want, which my partner didn't buy. She wouldn't have known because I didn't sort of say anything else. But anyway, I was after this record for a little while. Anyway, I pop into my local record shop, and would you believe it? The very first record I see was this Desmond Dekker collection, which was what I was after. I mean, the very first record, you go in and bang, it's like, I want that. I thought that's coming home with me. So yeah, I think this goes for about 35 pound on the likes of Amazon and that. And it was £25. I mean, it's second hand. It's it's been opened, but 25 quid for a compilation I really wanted. Brilliant, fantastic. So it pays to wait. It pays to wait. Sometimes, although if I got it for Christmas, obviously I would have paid anything. But there's bargains to be had. That's what I'm saying. And it's on this it's kind of translucent kind of purple vinyl. I'm not sure if the camera really does it justice, but yeah, just really nice. Got all the classics on there, such as Israelites, Ikmek, 007, the Shantytown song, which I think is a fantastic track, plus a load of others. So yeah, it's got a lot on there. So yeah, a bit of reggae. I'm not like a massive reggae fan, but I enjoy the odd thing now and then. Reggae. I mean, I'm a big fan of the '60s, and of course Desmond Dekker was a big part of the '60s. So that I was pretty chuffed to get and bring home. So have I got any Blur? Have I got any original Gangster Blur vinyl? Nothing original. Yeah, all well, not original. What do I have? I think I've got Park Life as a reissue, and I got the new album as well. I could do a few more actually. Blur. I have a few singles, original singles, of course. Don't have the full discography on vinyl. I got all their albums on CD, apart from the new one, which I will pick up on CD. But I have the record, so I'm not not bothered about that. Michael, Pumping Vinyl Dave was going after his favourite YouTuber in the chat over Sarah's saw that. Wouldn't know anything about that. It was more than just Dave going after Matt's. Oh, right. More shenanigans. More shenanigans. Yeah. Does it ever stop? Does it ever stop? One thing I notice about doing the live streams is that people become more aware of you, which of course is good, of course, but I think some people deem you as maybe a bit of a threat, So I kind of gather, you know, how some people are, how they sort of react. But thing is, you can't please everybody in a live stream. You know, it's like your channel. You know, not everything you're gonna put out there is gonna please everybody. But of course, live streams is a completely different animal. You know, you kind of have to make your own path in a live stream, and not everybody's going to agree with the path you take or how you are on the live stream. But you know, on a live stream is just a part of who you are. You know, it's not necessarily the true person necessarily. Like if you were in to be in the flesh, you know, if, in real time in real life, you know, you kind of are a little bit different. You know, this is just a little snapshot, if you like, of who I am. You know, like it is for everybody else. That Dave guy, hiya Dale. You right, Dave? Did you notice how I asked Mazzy to give advice on the ladies, then start talking about Hamas? Mm. You know, William. You know, not saying like today or anything, but you know, we could do with a chat. You know, sort of a man to man talk about whatever it is. You know, talk about vinyl community related things. You know, I know you've not always had the best experiences with live streams and interactions, and it is quite a learning curve. You do sort of have to know who the players are, um, and to sort of jump two-footed into it is very very brave. Sometimes you need to be a little risque to make live streams interesting and engaging. You do. There's got to be an element of drama, obviously. You know, with some kind of music talk. You know, it doesn't have to be all music. Just kind of a mix of the two. You got to find the right balance. You know, I mean, I'm no means a music expert or anything. You know, there's other people who got far better knowledge than what I have. You know, I'm just a person that collects music. You know, I just love listening to it. You know, that's about the wealth of knowledge I have. You know, I don't know about all the intricate details of band members and um, just the history of bands. I mean, I know little bits and pieces, but I'm more of a collector and a person just likes to listen to music. You know, humble really. The average Joe. The average Joe. It's the people that which make the stream. You know, it's not necessarily the host. It's the people who get involved in the stream which make the stream. Is this a safe place? Safe space? Yeah, I should think it is. Yeah. It's certainly safer up here than it is in the chat. Yes, the UKVC has class. Yes, we do. Yeah, we do. But everyone is invited. There's no, and if you're not part of the UK, Michael Ricefields, he's involved in the UKVC. I mean, it's just a tag. It's all this kind of hoo-ha over it. This like ridiculous talk of it being some kind of exclusive club. It isn't. It's just a tag. That's all it is. It's just to it's just it's to help people find UK channels easier. That's all it is. It's just like a search bar, a hashtag. You just click on it and you got UK channels if that's what you want to look at. Because the vinyl community is it's a sea of channels and videos and from people all over the place, all over the world. And if you just want to tune into UK channels, you can just look up the hashtag and you're going to get a collection of videos in that setting. People can do other hashtags. Create your own, be inventive. Do whatever you want to do. But regarding it being some kind of splinter of the VC, I suppose it is in a way. It is in a way, but it's there for a reason, and it's there to help UK channels get a little bit more notice. Otherwise, which they might not get so much notice in the whole vast vinyl community sea of channels. It just gives a little bit of spotlight towards them. And if others wanted to do the same thing, I mean, there's talk of other tags as well. I mean, it's just tags. It's all it is. It's just tags, for crying out loud. Let's not get too excited. Yeah. Exactly. You can't aim to please people. You can only say how you feel, and sometimes truth isn't easy for people to accept. It isn't. It isn't easy to accept. Truth can be hard. There's nothing harder than the truth. You know. Um, One thing is talking about music, which is a thing which most of us can relate to. But the live stream where truths are going to be told, it can be hard. Yeah, Martin says yes. Fit to be is a very safe place, very respectable. Evening, Ian. Mazzy's favourite word is wanker. Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I wish he wouldn't say it quite as much as he does, actually, because it just doesn't. It doesn't suit him. It's a very English word, isn't it? Wanker, wanker. You know, you, it takes us Brits to pull it off. It doesn't quite sound quite so quite so good when Americans say it. Had a great time chatting with you on Sarah's channel, Mazzy, says William. Would love to chat with you, Dale. Yeah, yeah, we'll do that sometime. We'll have a chat, either on a live stream or in private or whatever you want to do. We'll have a chat. No pressure. class with Dave the inmate trash pickup artist spouting his bullshit. Worse than AJK's toothless grin. Oh dear, such negativity. It's never good, is it? Get pumping vinyl up. Oh, we'll see. Just reading the comments. Getting very busy in the comments here. Can't read everybody's comments. Just quickly strolling through. Jeffrey Boyle, hello mate, you alright? Not keen. If they were normal vinyl, I would definitely be up for them. Don't know if you're talking about Record Store Day. I don't really know what you're talking about there. Cool, definitely don't want to overdo it. Been saying it since 1978. I'll take that. Take it as it means wanker. The average Simon. The UK VC raises my IQ by 15 points every time I watch. That's good to hear. Good to hear. Loved your cleaning video, Vinyl Dale. Yeah, I think I know which one you're referring to. I'm glad it made you laugh. I'll remove my comment. My apologies. Try to do better. That's fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not going to go too mad in policing the comments. You know, feel free to talk amongst yourselves. You know, but you know, if it gets out of hand, you're going to be booted. You know, that's not anybody particular. It's kind of like in general for everybody. Vinyl Dale, true that. Live streams should resemble a pub with a records wall and plenty of peanuts. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree with that statement. And this is kind of what I want, you know, and I think a lot of people kind of want kind of like the atmosphere of kind of a pub environment where we kind of meet up and sort of talk over a pint. I think that's quite a popular opinion of how to do a live stream. I mean, a lot of people kind of want a lot more structure, a topic to talk about, you know, no pregnant pauses and this kind of thing, and I'm very much kind of the opposite of that, really. You know, I'm not doing that. This is just natural. You know, there's no kind of wall being pulled over anyone's eyes. What you see is what you get here, and that's what I am. It's who I am. And in that respect, bar fights are unavoidable, just part of it. Unfortunately, yeah, you will get confliction, um, you know, and we just have to deal with it the best we can. You know, everybody is different. You know, I know I've got a lot of flack for this stream for inviting certain individuals, but everybody, in my view, everyone should have a chance. You know, that's why these individuals come on, because they're here to have a chance of trying to sort of find a place. You know what I mean? This is a home to not just one person or two people. It's a home to many, and we have to try and work out our differences the best we can. You know, it nothing. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but we'll try and do our best. I'll just put him. I'll just put him on ignore and move on. Again, my apologies. You don't have to apologise. It's fine. You know, the chat is it can be a bit of a rough place. You know. Mazzy's favourite 50 Cent song is Wankster. Probably is. Does he even like 50 Cent? If you do, Mazzy, let us know in the comments. I'll be interested to know. Mike Vara Spiral, Final Spiral says hello. You're right, Mike. Am I having a jar? No, not a jar, not a beer as such. Just like a Rubicon spring strawberry and kiwi. I love this. I just love it. But no, I wouldn't mind a beer actually. But I haven't got any, so I've been a good boy. Plus, I got work tomorrow, so you know, not that I'm gonna get pissed or anything, but you know, I tend to drink like on a Saturday really when my work's finished. Best sort of time in it when work's completely over with and you can have a few pints. Is your name Dale or Simon? Confused. Oh, that's down to you to find out. Either one is fine. No. Randy, Dale, Randy, Jason, you right? I had a short moment of liking Get Rich or Die Trying. Didn't last. Try to be friendly in the comments. Try to be friendly. Yeah, I know. I know there's history and things going on, and you know, try to be nice. I don't mind a bit of banter, but there is monitors around watching the chat. It's not just me. There's others as well. I refuse to believe anybody doesn't get pumped when 50 Cent comes on the radio. I don't mind a bit of 50 Cent. It's not really my it's not really my scene. You know, I'm more sort of like the bands and stuff, but I don't mind 50 Cent. The R&B I like is of the 90s. I like a lot of 90s stuff. You know, R&B swing of that particular period, of that decade. The Sisters of Swing. Aaliyah being one of them. I liked her. You got other like groups, didn't you? Like TLC and those sort of groups. I liked all that. I still do. Many lurkers, they need new stories for the morning show. Yeah, of course they do. Yeah, of course. That's why they're here. They dish out the dirt, take it to other streams, and get the pat on their head from their master. Well done. Good boy. Well done. Bringing meat to the table. It's fine. It's part of it, isn't it? It's, you know, it's, you have to embrace it, you know. You have to embrace it. Randy, you doing any streams this weekend? I expect he probably is now, Randy. I expect he probably is. He'll be pumping out the tunes, no doubt. Randy will be. Indeed. Yeah, see, he's confirmed it. Oh no, that's Michael who said that. He will be. You know he will be. You're right, Zeb. I better put that link out, haven't I? Pardon me. Got quite a number of watchers actually. It's just me yakking on, so that's promising. I think it's a circular thing. All streams bring good and bad shit around and around. Yeah, it's a fair comment. You know, some maybe more than most. You know, but yeah, they can all bring stuff, good and bad. You know, you get dramas and things. Christ, that made me jump. You're right, Ian.
I am. I'm very well. Got me beer. Finished on my channel for the weekend. Weekend not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've got some chores to do.
Such as?
Right, Hallmark, you can wind your neck in. For the last pissing time, and I'm going to say that I am not the Dark Lord, never will be, never have been. I mean, name's Ian.
Who said this?
Hukamar.
All right, I'm still strolling through the chat. I'll look into it. One sec.
Do you ever have a day off, Hukamar? You know, whatever your blooming name is.
No, they don't, Ian. It's relentless.
Yeah.
It's relentless. So you just have to, you know.
Well, if he's not going to talk to me sensibly, I'll just ignore him.
just ignore.
He's like a bad penny, just keeps turning up, doesn't he?
I don't know. I'm not too familiar. But
yes,
I've seen the name on Rachel's, but
yeah,
I don't personally have an issue, but you know, it's not always the case for other people.
Yeah. Yeah, you can play somewhere else. You know, be sensible. This is not another place. This is this place. That's the last thing I'm going to say to you.
What do you think of this comment by Mazzy, Ian?
He's absolutely right, I think.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Yeah.
Like I said, some more than most.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you, Mazzy. I absolutely agree with you. That is you've hit what they call the nail on the head.
It's a good feeling, isn't it, Ian, when you've done everything and you got the weekend to look forward to.
Yeah, it is, and I'm so ahead of myself. I haven't got to worry till
Great.
Monday morning.
It's all right for you. You ain't got to go work.
I
Go
know,
work.
man of leisure,
I know.
man of leisure. Except I don't sit in a dark room and play games all day.
Martin said a lot of people like talking about hating trouble when in fact they thrive on it. And yeah, we
Yeah, there's names of people like that, but there's actually medical conditions as well. Believe it or not.
yeah. We know. You don't have to tell us. We know. We know.
I'll go to his spot. I haven't picked up anything this week. I'm saving my pennies. Being a pensioner. Yeah. I'm saving my pennies when I go to Leeds.
You're gonna buy some vinyl, are you?
Yes. I'm gonna be on the hunt for some singles.
Punk.
Oh yes. Punk singles.
That should be good.
Stacking paper gold. What? My sympathies to you, mate, if you're stacking paper.
Editing a new video, listening to Simon and Co. Good man, Michael. There's going to be lots to talk about next week, Michael. So make sure you're about. There's a lot to talk about.
Lots and lots and lots.
You wouldn't believe. You wouldn't believe. Where to begin?
Yes. Oh, thanks, Marius. Yeah, blacks always made me look a bit more skinny.
I won't call you Dark Lord here. Okay. Although you just did, but we'll forgive and forget.
Yes.
Randy says, Ian, hello.
Hello, Randy.
There's a lot to read in the chat, isn't there? It's keeping up with it.
Making money. I'm not in it for the money. I'm not a glory hunter. So
what money? What money? There's no money.
There's no money in this.
There isn't. What, like £5 a year, if that, isn't it? Something ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
For the hours, time and hours you put into it.
If I'm not going to divulge on what I've earned, but put it this way, it's well below the minimum wage here in the UK. If you work it out, if you do it pro rata, right? It's peanuts.
It is. It's pennies. It's pennies, really.
Yeah.
You couldn't live off of this, unless you were like really sort of, popular. But
yeah.
You're talking like, millions of subs and stuff like that, aren't you?
This is just a bit of fun. It's not
a hobby. No one does this for money. It's a hobby.
God, if you did, I think of better things to do for money than this. It keeps me from pulling what bit of hair I've got left.
Shout out to ownership and taking responsibility.
There we are. A bit of light on the scene. Okay, that's better.
Bit of lurking. Lots of lurking. I don't lurk.
No, don't lurk. I'm in your face.
Report.
Report. Go on. That's something next week.
Dark colours suits you, Ian. You almost look skinny. I'm sure there's a compliment in there somewhere.
I know. There is. Yeah, black does tend to make me a bit slimmer. Makes everybody slimmer though.
Yeah, it does. Martin says, Rice Fields, give me one album that won't fail to blow me away.
Utopia. I'd run. Yeah.
Put me on the spot, why don't you? Says Michael. You'll be all right in the chat. It's easy in the chat than it is up here, isn't it?
Yeah. Except this is my sort of relax.
It's like a holiday for you coming on here, isn't it? You haven't got to do anything.
I mean, I deal with the work on a Thursday night, don't I?
That's it. Yeah, it's my turn today.
Yeah, whatever time we finish on a Thursday, I physically hand over the baton to Simon, and I said, "It's all yours till next Thursday."
I think I've got better at it. You know, I think I'm managing it better than what I was.
Yeah, he's got a good mentor. We won't mention it though.
No, I got the best.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but this is the person that actually stood up in front of 3,000 people and spoke in a big halls. This is like a breeze in the park, really.
Yeah, I've done the best man speech for a wedding, and that's pretty nerve-wracking, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, that is nerve-wracking. I've done two.
Have you two? One's enough, isn't it?
Yeah,
and I was like 10 years younger as well. So
yeah, it's not one of the. It was a solemn day, but this was the fun bit. You know, when you have a funeral, there's always something that makes you fun, make you laugh. Now, I was reading my mum's eulogy.
Yeah.
And I looked round the room, and I spotted 7 of my ex-girlfriends and my ex-wife. But then again, I thought, well, that's how much they thought of my mum.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? In a way.
Yeah, I won't say what my mate said. It was quite disgusting.
I wrote something for my father a couple of years ago when he passed away, and I couldn't get up and do it without tearing up, you know. So my eldest brother took the rein and read out what I wrote, which was nice, and then he started tearing up. So that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when I went to, you know, my mate Gary, he passed away in September, July, sorry. Went to his funeral. It was all right. And then at the end of the service, they put some flowers that you could go and put on his coffin and have your moments. And Lee had chosen, because Gary, like me, was a big Quo fan, and he'd picked some really nice Quo music, you know, for everyone to go out of the church. Went, put my flower on, ta-da, mate. And I don't mind admitting to this. I just lost the plot.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing was, one of our friends, she couldn't come. There's a lot of people that couldn't come. So Gary's wife did it live on Facebook, and my friend, she texted me later, and She says, I saw you. She said, even you. She says, that's how much Gary meant to me. I says, yeah, we're going to change this chop it, but I'll just say that there's some, even the best of us.
Yeah.
Dave the pickup artist. I told my family I want to be cremated. It's scheduled for next month.
That seems more popular, doesn't it, cremation, than does burials, doesn't it, I think?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, this point looks like it looks. That's what it's supposed to look like, but it looks a bit. It's one of these cloudy ones. It looks like, something else.
Looks like orange juice.
Yeah, I can assure you it tastes very nice.
I need to get some beers. I like that Trooper, which I had the other week.
Oh yeah, I like that.
It's really nice, isn't it?
What beer is it? It's from somewhere in Scotland. It's a cloudy beer, pale ale from Scotland. I have a thing come every month, like a beer club. Yes, not fast. Richie's right, so I'll go and get the can. I've still got it. Everyone wants to know about me beer.
Yeah, that's all right. Start. You got to do whatever you got to do. That's cool. Thanks for jumping in, chipping in.
There we go. That's what it is. Very colourful, psychedelic type thing. Huh?
Pale.
Yeah, it's a single. It says here a single hop hazy pale ale done by Dougal's. I'll tell you, I don't think it has. It's called Starco. It's a bit groovy though, isn't it?
Very, isn't it?
Talking of groovies, Groovy Lisa's here.
Popped in to say hello. Jenny's also here.
Oh, hello, Jenny. Didn't see you.
The lovely Jenny.
Oh.
William says, peace, Stark. Lionel Richie is in the house. Beer of the month. Is it beer of the month?
It is. It is beer of the month. Absolutely. Howling at the. It's got a little yellow thing. Howling at the moon. Ahoo!
You're right, Brie Lisa. Have a great day, she says. Oh, ginger beer. Yeah, I like ginger beer.
Oh, I like ginger beer.
Yeah, I do.
I'll tell you what, Simon, after we finished having a chinwag this afternoon,
yeah,
we had a hailstorm.
Really?
Absolute awful.
You get it rough up there, don't you?
Yeah.
We're quite lucky down here. We think we're protected, like in the downs,
Yeah. Well, we don't, but we get, hail. But the thing is, the other side of the main road was dry.
Really? That's odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is odd.
After it had hailed, Rocky wouldn't go out in the hail, and I don't blame him. And I let the door open because I thought it wasn't going to last long. And I thought, that's dry over there. And I walked up to the top and thought, well, blow my old boots, it's dry.
Yeah. Yeah, weather can be weird, can't it? But it's still very mild, isn't it? For like February, it's not cold as such, is it?
No.
It's just wet and mild over here at the moment.
It's what it's not. I'll tell you what, the damp's not doing my bones any good.
No.
That's the only thing about it. But I've not had the heating on for 2 days.
I'm expecting a bit of wet weather. We always get that, don't we?
Yeah.
But kind of when we get wet weather, at least it's not going to be cold weather, because it never tends to be cold wet weather. It's always kind of mild wet weather over here, isn't it?
Yeah. I think the most bizarre experience of rain I had was in Cuba. It's like getting in the shower. You wanted to get some Head and Shoulders and do your hair while you're walking down the street. Well, that warm. And then when it stopped, it literally starts and stops, and the steam's right. It goes up to what 90s again, and your clothes are steaming. So by the time you get back to the hotel, your clothes are dry.
Yeah, like tropical kind of weather, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
Part of the south coast, Sean. Won't go in exactly where, but in that area.
But I'm near enough slap bang in the middle of the country.
Yes, right in the middle.
Yeah, about 60 miles north of London, and we're about 50 miles from Birmingham.
Mm.
And in the summer, if it's a clear day, we have all the planes flying overhead, all the commercial flights.
How often do you pop into London?
Not so much now.
No.
I haven't been for a little while, to be quite honest.
No, I haven't either.
No, I mean when I was working on the railway, I used to go quite a lot, but that's because it didn't cost me anything.
I used to go quite a bit when I was a bit younger, in my 20s, to football, to see Tottenham, either at Tottenham or at Wembley, because they played at Wembley.
They used to go a lot then, didn't they?
Yeah, seen a lot of Champions League games as well. So, and testimonial matches. Got to see a lot of the old legends, such as Teddy Sheringham and David Ginola, Klinsmann, those sort of players. Boyhood heroes, for me.
Yeah, I mean it's like I suppose we're like the cricket people. I mean, when I was a lad, I'd go up the county ground in Northampton, and I've seen the legends play cricket in Northampton, and I mean legends.
I put a link out. There is a link in the chat, but it's probably
Yeah, I mean I've watched. You mean that you don't get to watch Ian Botham and Viv Richards batting together very often?
No.
No. Or watch Joel Garner bowl, or Michael Holding bowl, or Bob Willis, Dennis Lilly. I mean, Dennis Lilly played for Northampton towards the end of his career. It's just amazing who I've seen.
I haven't even seen the new Spurs ground yet. Everybody else has, but apart from me.
Even I've been by it.
You've been by it? You've not been inside? Yeah.
Not inside, but I've been by it.
It's something else. It really
I think the most impressive football stadium I saw was in Barcelona.
Oh yeah, Barcelona Stadium.
Oh.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I didn't go in, but when you go abroad, you can buy these hop on off bus tickets. It's on like a tour, and I said I've got to get off here, to the amusement of my ex, and I found like a gap you could go up to, and you're looking there. Wow. Talking about the Nou Camp at the moment. I've not been inside it, but I've had a sneak look in. When they sit at the top, it's amazing how they can see what's going down on the pitch, because they look like little matchstick men.
Tiny. Yeah.
Very tiny. Bit like when I saw Queen at Nebworth Park, Freddie Mercury was about that big. But they had screens, which was... Yeah. That was the first concert I went to. That was the first concert I went to that they had a screen. I'd never been to a concert before and had a big, the big screen. So that was a first for me.
You're right then, Ray?
Yes. I'm I'm tickety boo.
Good, good.
Tickety boo.
That's a word you don't hear often, is it? Tickety boo.
Well, it's been replaced by foreign words these days, isn't it?
Tickety boo. I'm all tickety boo.
Yeah. Yeah, we've lost a lot of these old words, haven't we? Do you remember when your granny said, like, he'll be out till the cows come home?
Yeah, or it's getting dark over Will's mum's.
Yeah, it's looking a bit black over Bill's mother's.
Bill's mother. I thought it was Will's.
Yeah, but for those that are going, what the hell are they talking about? It means it's a black and it's going to blast down with rain, basically.
Mm.
That's a great one. Now, in Northamptonshire, we have there's local things. Well, down my house is called a passage or the back passage. Now, my nan's house, there was one, and he had to try and keep a bike. So, go and put your bike down the back passage.
Yes, that's a good one, Jenny. Till the cows come home.
And what's my favourite? Took the hind legs off a donkey. What the hell does that?
He's not as green as his cabbage looking.
Yeah.
There's hundreds in there.
There's millions, isn't there? There's too many to count.
There was one with it when you were naughty, and in the days when parents did give you a clip round the ear. If you don't shut up, I'll give you one for not shutting up. You've given me one already, and then you get, I'll give you another one.
Give you something to cry about.
That's it.
Yeah.
Bizarre one.
They're kind of like they're going, aren't they? These sayings. They're just kind of.
I think one of my favourites is not the sharpest pencil in the box.
Sharp is tall, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lights are on, but nobody's home.
Can I just butt in to speak to a member of the audience here?
Of course you can.
Ruby Lisa, it's wonderful to see you. Wonderful to see you here. Hopefully she'll be teaming up with Invisible Ray on a mission of destruction, really.
I doubt she will.
Oh no, she's in the thick of it. That girl. Did you know that she's the brains behind the AGK breakdown?
Yeah, I heard it was her.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, and Dusty Springs, we're hoping to get him on board as well.
Oh yeah,
bit of a Mayo lookalike he is.
Yeah,
I was Mayo's double. It's
she spoke
Radio
up.
Wasteland, isn't it?
She spoke up, and it didn't go down too well, did it?
Didn't.
Oh.
Well, you know what I say, Dale, if there's a bunny boiler on the loose, people, the community must deal with it for the safety of the community. As Rob Walker said, there is no UK VC. But I thought it'd be better to call it GB VC, VNC. Sounds like a number plate.
Right, Great Britain. Yeah. Well, Rob says a lot of things, doesn't he? So, I mean, I take it.
Rob Walker's not out there, is he?
Oh, he's not in the chat. Not to say he's not watching. He could well be. And,
where's Rossfields?
He's in the chat. He's around. There he is. Good old Mike.
He's busy doing stuff. He's just proving that men can do two things at once.
What's your favourite railway branch line, Ian?
Oh, blimey. Oh, my favourite branch line. You're going to love this. Starbridge Town to Starbridge Junction.
What's that? One stop?
It's about 3 minutes.
Well, that's not very good, is it?
It's just
Not much
hilarious.
scenery.
Well, Starbridge Junction is like on the line between Birmingham and Hereford, way down that part. And to go into the town bit, it's a little. Well, it's not even a carriage. It's just like a half a carriage, and that goes up and down all day.
Here's a station you would like. New Haven Marine.
I don't know, Watford North. A bus shelter and 3 paving slabs.
Well, I mean, there's some. There's just a paving slab. What's that place? Bishopstone. Tiny station.
Yeah. Settlement to Carlisle. That's one of my favourite lines.
Very nice. Yeah. It's a bit cliche though, isn't it? A bit cliche. But I was going to say a very exciting one. The Ilfracombe train. Was it Barnstaple to Ilfracombe?
Yeah, that's nice. The other one I like is the one that goes up to Port William.
Mm-hmm.
The lake. Beautiful.
How many hours have you spent on a train ride, like before, like maximum hours?
What, the longest train journey?
Yeah.
The Trans-Siberian Express with that bloody zombie.
No, I tell you what I did. Well, I have actually done the longest journey that is possible on the railway.
Oh.
In what? I know you can go to Wick, but I've done Penzance to Aberdeen. I think that's was the longest singular journey you can do on the network.
You must have met some interesting people on the way up there. People in kilts.
Oh yeah, you always meet
straw.
There's some interesting people.
Yeah.
I went from Hazelmere one time to South Wales, and it took 10 hours to get there.
You must have got the cheap ticket, or you must have gone on Sunday when they do the repair work.
Oh, I can't remember now. It's a long time ago. Possibly.
I think
it took 10 hours to get there, and it took 15 hours coming back. 15 hours. I think there was an accident on the line as well, which made it even more delayed coming back.
Yeah, it's a small country, but it takes a bloody long time to get across it, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It certainly does.
I like the line that goes from Newcastle to Carlisle, because that goes across like Cumbria. Beautiful scenery, isn't it?
Oh, we like that, don't we? We love that up there.
Yeah, I've always loved, and I've done the Cumbrian coast.
Oh yes, beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful. And looking at the Irish Sea, sparkling, all green.
Lovely. The Cambrian coast as well, through Harlech.
Yeah,
I've done all these little lines. It's amazing. You'd go 300 miles just to do about 20 miles. But
it's true. It's true.
Yeah, I did manage to cover the whole network. I've been over every bit of the network that you can.
Have you ever been to New Cross?
Been through it.
See you, Jenny.
I think the worst journey I did was from Ormskirk to Preston on a pacer. Those who don't know what a pacer is, it's basically bus that goes on the rails and there's no suspension on it.
There's some little lines that have taken him the wrong way.
You'd make a good series of boring rail journeys of the world. Do you remember that series? That one where it retracing the steps of Lenin in the sealed train to Finland Station.
I actually met Michael Portillo when he was doing his journeys of the thing.
Yeah, it wasn't as good, that series. I preferred the older one.
Yeah, I imagine he's a really nice guy. I was more interested in his little book.
Yeah, he was going to be the prime minister, and they found out that he probably had homosexual relations. In them days, it wasn't a good thing.
Yeah, Michael Palin, Confessions of a Train Spotter.
Michael.
Railroad. No, it's called Railways over here.
Railroad.
I have travelled on train in America.
Who do you think he is? Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, I travelled from Chicago to Milwaukee.
Oh, now we're going all international with the trains.
I've done a bit of international travel.
I bet that's the first thing you do in foreign shores is get on the train, isn't it?
Yeah, I've done. I used to. Yeah, travelled over in France and Belgium. Are the Beatles German? They're British.
He knows.
Surely they are. Surely.
They're Scousers, in fact.
Scousers, you've been racist again.
They're called Scousers. Well, they're proud of it. That's the thing.
So they call the last car a caboose in the UK.
No. Well, there's not such a thing because all the trains over here now have got cabs at either end.
Yeah, it's bi-directional trains so they can run this way and that way.
Yeah.
They're wonderful things because when the driver's at the front, I used to get in the back cab and vice versa.
Unless they I'm sure when they overshoot the platform, and they have to do the walk of shame.
Yeah. Did you know just outside Bexhill, we've got a semaphore signal we had to wait on once a week. Yeah. Don't get more exciting than that, I'll tell you.
I've been up there for a while.
You have to give them the tip.
Oh,
yeah, missing out. You're missing out.
Well, you're missing out on all that. Give the tip. Wave your wand. I've still got my railway lamp.
Carriage, not a car.
Anyway, last week we're talking about food, and this week we're talking about the railway.
Well, at least we're not talking about Rob Walker. Oh, I need a rest. It's been a busy week, hasn't it, Dale?
It certainly has. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, all the emotion that's spilling over from these scandals, it makes me emotional as well. It gets to me. I wish I could be as cool and James Bondy as Ian there.
I feel like the Terminator that's like been almost destroyed.
No, we decided that's Rachel. Isn't it? It's Rachel.
Got the one arm and
nothing bothers me. It's we move on next.
Yeah, Rachel's liquid engine.
No, I just carry on. You know, I know what I'm doing. I'm happy. I'm happy, and good luck to everyone that wants to do their own thing. Brilliant.
Yeah,
and if we were all the same, well, it'd be boring, wouldn't it? Really.
Question
well said.
Question for Ray: Hammer films or the old Universal?
I have to say that I prefer the Universal ones, but I'm quite selective about which ones I do like.
I'm not really familiar with either. I know what you're talking about, but
Yeah, those black and white people, like, you know,
yeah.
Gillman.
Yeah, and flying saucers that are actually car hubs on bits of string. I love that. Them sort of movies. I'm really into really bad B movies. They're that bad. They're brilliant.
Yeah, some of them are. You see that one, The Killer Shrews?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Well, it's on my movie channel, so check it out and subscribe to Invisible Ray, because after all these years, I've only got about 400 subscribers. What's happening here? What's happening? Hey, is there a campaign of hate towards me? Hey,
I guess so.
no, this is the part where you've got to say to me, no, everybody loves you.
No,
Ray."
everyone loves you, Ray. Everybody loves you. You'll be all right.
What's more important is what views you're getting.
Do you really care, Ray? I don't think you do. Just,
Well, I have sleepless nights about. I'm also worrying about poor old Blanche Mayo. It was a psycho on the loose. You know, I mean, Mark Chapman had enough. That woman's rich. Mark Chapman had a bit of cash to hang around New York, didn't he?
Mayo be fine. Nothing
Well,
can hurt.
no,
Mayo.
it's not him. It's not him. She'll get his missus first. She says, I can't have him. I can't have him until she's out of the way.
If I can't have him, no one can.
Yeah, exactly. You should have seen this. He's done another stream after I complained about it yesterday. He's done another stream, and she's all over the comments like a rash. I was about 3 hours later. She was still there poking her head up, talking nonsense. It's unbelievable.
I would have thought she would have left him alone if he's all what.
Well, this is why we found out she was the evil person. She was the instigator of forcing the man to, you know, feel like he was in some sort of a easy street, but it wasn't.
I can't really comment.
A bunny boiler.
I've not been following it like you have. You're a lot more in the know what's going on there.
Oh, you wouldn't want to know, Dale. I wouldn't want to trouble you with it. I mean, there's enough trouble in the world
going on at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah, and also we got to consider AGK and problems that are closer to home. Let's say.
Yes, domestic problems.
Yeah, because you never know if Walker comes up here tonight, all hell could break loose.
I shouldn't think he will. He might pop in the chat, but that's probably about it.
No, he's been on his soapbox, and he's not going to change his mind now.
He's got nothing else to say. He said all what he's got to say, and that's it. He's going to be done for a couple of weeks now. Let it all build up inside him again. It'll be another rant. Another
ask him how many Ukrainian refugees he's taken into his house.
Better not. Zeb says Rachel will die out long before the UK VC dies out. Now, always. I'll let you decide, Zeb, and others.
UK VC.
I do worry about Rachel sometimes.
UK VC. It'll last as long as Mayo scruffs. Mind you, I don't know, it's not a dirty word, I don't think.
Is it UKVC or VC UK?
VC UK.
Well, no, that's a dirty word. Work. That's a dirty word. So I'm quoting Blackadder there.
Oh, it's job. He says job.
Yeah, job. That's a dirty word. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I know it very well.
I love that in the first one. That row, row, row your boat gently down the street. Was it
Yeah.
trousers? Belts off, trousers down. It could be such
Like scream.
Yeah, and then was it then Blackadder says the wit of the class is brilliant.
I know the wits in that series is brilliant.
Yeah, I was watching some the other night. I was watching Blackadder 2.
Yeah, one of the best ones.
It's the one where it was the one I think with the Bishop of Barton Wells and Blackadder turns to Baldric as Baldric, go get the door. The next thing, Baldric walks in with the door.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. The actor who plays him,
Tony Robinson.
No,
that's Baldric.
The Bishop.
That's what's his
the
face.
Bishop of Bath.
It's the same guy who plays Simerson in the Sharp series, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's been in lots of TV.
Yeah,
Big Keith's dead.
Yeah, there's a link for Mr. Rice apparently. According to Zeb.
I like Peter Cook as well. I think he was good in the first Blackadder.
Oh no, the first Blackadder's rubbish.
I quite like it. It's not as good as the second and fourth. I admit that.
Well, didn't you like the third one?
No, I don't think the third was very popular, is it?
Well,
it's the least favourite out of mine, actually. The third.
Oh.
There are some great bits in it, though. I mean, I think I do like the one where they have the actors, and every time they get
the actors, that's funny, isn't it?
Hot potato, brilliant, absolutely. And I like the last one because it had Stephen Fry as the Duke of Wellington. He shoots everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
He says Blackadder 3 is my favourite, and I agree. Well,
Really?
I don't know. Actually, I've got to say that the best one was the last one, wasn't it?
Fourth series
goes fourth.
Yeah, I did like. What's her name? Who played Queen Elizabeth I? I think brilliant. And Nursey. But one of the great characters in that was Rick Mayles, Lord Flashheart, whatever it appeared.
Can I just tell you something, Ian? You'll be really jealous, but I've had a tin of half peach halves, and in syrup, and I thought, what can I do with such a boring thing? And I thought, hey, I've got some custard powder, so I made up some custard, and I added it to the peach halves, and it was delicious.
It's interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
The way
keep stirring. The secret with custard is keep stirring it.
The way they ended the fourth series as well was brilliant as well.
It's the best ending of any. It was voted when it was the best.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a great ending.
We're lucky, aren't we, regarding British comedy? We got
no, because most of it's been blooming banned, isn't it?
Well, I wouldn't say most. Some of it, maybe. A lot of like the modern classics kind of been blocked, isn't it? Like certain parts have been banned, and like Little Britain and Bo Selector and things like that.
Hello.
Yeah, Michael.
You're still talking trains?
No.
No, I think we've killed that subject now. Before we got onto the Flying Scotsman.
Long past.
Thank you, and I want to thank you for giving us Americans language. Thank you, people of England. We're just a mongrel nation. We'd be nothing without the English people. So thank you. And our trains are kind of better, but I don't want to get into a scuffle with you.
Yeah, but you still call courgette zucchinis.
Can't
Our
what?
train service is crap. We know that.
Yeah, you call courgettes.
There's no escaping it. It's rubbish.
It's awful.
The aubergines, you call them eggplants. Stupid words.
Oh, God.
British comedy gave me the sense of humour, and I'm grateful.
I'd really like some British.
Dave.
I'd like
Well
some
done,
other British people to come up here. So I'm going to hold my breath until somebody does. Okay?
You're the next best thing to anyone British other than us three.
I would give you a British passport tomorrow if it was left to me.
I want to defect. The Americans won't have me, so I want to defect.
Oh, just get in a dinghy. Go to France and get in a dinghy. You'll walk in.
Uh,
Is that how it works now?
Oh, yeah.
An hour and a half in and not a single album showed. I have showed an album. Showed one.
God.
What more do you want? We don't talk about music here. That's for other people, other channels.
I've put all my records away from last night. Oh, I've got my single. I've got some with 12 inches up there.
Your glass is steaming up, apparently.
See, Groovy Lisa likes Benny Hill.
Ah, Groovy Lisa, she's back.
Message for Ian. Rob Worker.
Work. Oh, did you hear Vinyl Dale that the Vinyl Nerd Awards are coming back?
Oh,
Yes.
For 2024.
Rumour has it that they will be coming back.
Yes.
Yeah. Exciting times.
Yeah, very exciting times. So, something to look forward to.
Yeah, no doubt you'll be sort of scoping out potential candidates for this.
I'll be as fair as I can be.
Yep.
Is there a committee?
We've got to stop Andrew Dixon from winning again by a landslide.
That's going to be pretty tough to beat, I would imagine.
It was dirty work. It was
quite a tour
cheating, I think.
A tour of the force is Andrew Dixon, isn't he, when it comes to vinyl nerdery?
Yeah. He's read up on it. He's read up on it a lot.
Vinyl Richie himself. Hello, mate. You're right.
Vinyl Richie.
Hello.
Hello. I won't say good evening because it's not good evening. It's good afternoon.
We've got another American.
No, I'm. My mom and dad are both from London.
Oh,
this is UKVC.
That's a pass. You're in.
Yeah, you're in, mate. Yeah,
But I am a Yank. That's for sure. You know,
you're more than welcome.
Yeah.
When I first tuned in, I thought I had the wrong channel. I thought it was like the Travel Channel or some shit. You know, it's like what the fuck.
Yeah.
Train talk.
I remember when I was in England back in I think it was 71. I think the #1 TV show was On the Buses. Yeah.
Yeah,
Blimey.
very popular.
Serious. Yeah.
Very popular show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got all them. Sad git as I am.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever really watched it. I just remember watching it when I was there. The other one, the show that I do like, and they used to show here in the States, was Keeping Up Appearances.
Mm.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can tell you something about
Mrs.
that.
Bucket.
That actor lives not far from me, actually.
With Mrs. Bouquet.
Which is the bucket lady.
Well, you know the church that they go to in that series.
Yeah.
He built it.
It's a mosque now.
No, it is still a church, and it's where my mum and dad got married, and I got baptised. It's in Northampton. They
A lot
filmed
of those
that in my hometown.
Apart from the Hyacinth, a lot of those actors are now passed away now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of them gone.
Onslow's dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
although the husband's gone.
Yeah, Richard.
Richard. Yeah.
Yep.
The sisters passed away now.
Oh, both of one of the Roses is dead.
One of them, yeah.
The first one, or no, the second one. Ooh, Vicar.
Yeah, because when they
I
were,
like
when they were
Daddy.
yeah, it was S&M was right. Some of it was filmed in Coventry, but there's bits where her father went missing in the buses. That's literally down the road from where I live.
Race theme tune. Yeah, I don't think so.
So where's Rob Walker?
He's at a
He's in
rugby
hiding.
game.
He's in hiding. We don't know.
He's not the hiding type. He'll show up.
He's probably watching.
I like Rob Walker, man. I mean, we all say stupid stuff, you know. So
Right.
He's all right. He's all right.
He's all right. He kind of likes to make rules and stuff, though. It seems like.
Yeah.
He does.
He likes to make
VC
rules. He likes to
Guardian.
present rules nobody knows about.
The guardian of the VC.
Yeah.
Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper.
Look what's on this cap.
Yeah.
Wales drinking beer.
Look at you. You got all those designer labels, Ian.
Yes, because I'm in a beer club.
Ah.
I get a lot of independent breweries.
You should brew beer. Do you ever brew beer at home?
I did when I was younger.
I was a brewer. That was my job.
Really? Professionally?
Yeah.
Nice. At a business, at a beer company.
Yeah, it was. Well, I wasn't head of beer. I was a brewer, but
Yeah.
it was it was the best job I ever had, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, microbrewing is cool. So many of them.
Yeah, this was a macro. It wasn't a micro.
I've been around. Was it the Samuel Smiths in Boston? Or no, Samuel Adams in Boston.
Yeah, Samuel Adams. That's a good beer.
Yeah. And I remember when I was in Orlando, we went in this pub, the Wheel, and it brewed its own beer, and it was all in and you could see all the
all the copper tanks. Yeah.
Yeah, it was brilliant. And they did a little sampler tray for $12.
Isn't there a restaurant chain in California that had copper brewing tanks? I know they had them in San Francisco. Can't remember the name of it. I don't think they're. What's the name of it?
I don't remember. There actually, before the pandemic, there was a lot of that popping up on the West Coast over here, but a lot of that stuff closed down when because our great governor, he shut all businesses down unless you were like Walmart or something, and it was fucking ridiculous.
Gavin Newsom.
I know what you're talking about. I remember that.
Yeah.
Dang, I can't remember that. I'm bad with memory, man. I don't think I can stay on long because my wife's going to be coming home, and if she sees me on here, she's going to, what is that all you ever do? Watch YouTube?
Doesn't she know you're an international star, Richie?
Oh, no. No,
stream less now.
My kids think I'm the biggest nerd around,
My niece calls me
Might be up for an award.
Calls you what?
Raised vinyl nerd awards.
She's forever telling her friends my uncle's on YouTube.
Hey, I got a question. Who was on YouTube VC before each other? Richie or Ray? Who's in the VC first?
I think I was way before Ray.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. So
I don't know when Ray started.
Apparently,
I think I found out about Ray 5 or 6 years ago, maybe. I don't know.
Wow, you're like Snaggletooth.
Yeah, I think it's like 9 years or something. For me.
I'm sorry, I've just been away because I had to be coughing because of my medical condition.
How long you been on
Oh.
YouTube, Ray?
Oh, what years? Since about 2006.
Oh, okay. You're way before me then.
Yes, way.
No, but I've been doing the Invisible Race since about 2015.
Okay.
Still some time though, isn't it?
That's about when I started. You probably predate me a little bit.
Maybe, or maybe
Yeah.
I was after you. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
I think
When did
it
live
is-
streaming start?
Listen, AGK might come up tonight. He's told
Yeah.
me.
Nah,
Wow.
he won't come up.
If he comes up, I'm leaving. So just
He
to let
won't
you
come
know.
up. He might go on Rachel's and complain about you tomorrow, but he won't come up here. And I mean, honestly, I don't really have a problem with. I don't like to talk shit about people. You know, he's all right. He's a little annoying, but he looks like the gatekeeper from that. What was it, Creep Show? Or
Final victory. Do you think that's acceptable behaviour from a human being? Really? I'm sorry. Oh, why is he ganging up on that bloke? He's been nothing but trouble for years, hasn't he?
yeah.
How can you sympathise with him?
Well, he is a very unsympathetic chap.
He's unsympathetic. He's like the ape man. You think, oh, I'm beginning to feel sorry for him, but then he kills someone, and you think, no, fuck him.
But you know that ponytail comes in handy. You hold on to that and just start pumping away.
Was you on the show with him the other day with his shaved head and his mask? Rachel.
I don't know. Some people, when they laugh at their own jokes, they're great. Other people, when they laugh at their own jokes, they're horrible. Ray's great.
Oh dear.
Yeah. It's funny how he laughs at his own jokes. I
It's so
get a
great.
kick out of that.
Like I said, nobody else
infectious.
makes me laugh. I've got to do it
amuses
myself. haven't I?
He amuses himself.
You know, I never realized it. Randy Deadwax pointed out to me that a lot of times when I laugh, I actually say fuck. I don't know, and I never even noticed it before. It's like,
Sometimes how posh people swears in here in the UK. I used to work with a really well-spoken guy.
Yeah.
And when he used to say fuck, he said it in such a very posh way. And we used to crack up. And it's like, depends where you live in England. That's how you say bastard. It's like up north it's bass, and down here it's bar.
yeah.
Bastard.
Yeah, I remember I was in England. It was up north a little bit, I think on the East Coast. And these two people came up to me and they asked me something. I go, what? And then they asked again. So I called my cousin. I go, hey, Mark, come over here. And they asked him, and then he told them, oh, it's that way. And I go, what language was that? And he goes, oh, they were talking English. I go, what the fuck? I couldn't understand a word they were fucking saying.
Yeah, there's so many different
Dialects.
You go to Sheffield. Remember we was going to see Status Quo in Sheffield, and we was asking for directions, and this bloke went over Tuck Bridge, past Mucky Duck on right. Mucky Duck.
Old Mucky Duck, yeah.
Black Swan. We was looking for a mucky duck, and my mate went, we got a black swan. And we went, then it clicked. But it's Tuck Bridge, Tuck left, Tuck this.
Have you
And then
seen
you go-
the
then you go
short?
to- Then you go to Newcastle.
Have you seen the short that with Vinyl Dale? I guess it's that Stark fella made it. It's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Tamara. Although I don't speak like that.
That was good. He's good.
I'm not even part of that country. Part of the country. I'm right in the south. I'm a southerner. Bloody southerner.
But do
How far south are you?
you say scone or scone?
Deep south. Deep south.
Yeah, south coast.
Do they got palm trees? Are you that far south?
No,
Yeah, it's a bit. In it, Dale.
no, there's
I
no
think-
palm trees down here.
You've got to go to Cornwall and Devon for a palm tree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, get them down Torquay as well.
Newquay and Torquay, you get there's lots of things.
Yeah,
One of my favourite places, Cornwall and Devon. But they're huge. They're the big counties. You get to the edge of Devon. Oh, I'm nearly there, and you still got 3 hours to get to the other end of Cornwall.
it takes time, but it's a nice view around that railway, isn't it?
Yeah,
Southwest Railway is brilliant. Oh, it's
Yeah.
not Southwest, is it? Yes, it is.
it's
It's
just GWR.
Back to
Guys,
the trains.
wonderful railway.
Back on
Back
the
to the
train.
train.
Yeah, I noticed when I was in England, it takes a lot longer to get somewhere in car, a lot longer than it does here in the States. I would say like twice as long.
Yeah, you're right there.
And a lot of the roads were like, I mean, some of the major roads connecting cities were like just one lane this way and one lane the other. Whereas here in the States, it's like 3 or 4 lanes each way.
That freaked me out the first time I went to America when I went to Boston. Was going from Logan Airport into the city, and 9 lanes of traffic. What? What's going on here?
That's mad. That is
Oh,
mad.
it was. It was absolutely bizarre.
It's a different world out there.
Yeah.
I
much
remember
bigger,
we
isn't it?
were
Much bigger. Everything's bigger.
It's
going
like
up.
Gulliver's Travels.
We were driving up north, and I think it was like 1 lane each way.
Yeah.
And there was a car parked like in this, blocking this lane, and they're on the side of the road having a bloody picnic. It was like, what the fuck's going on?
But that's what they do. That's what people do here. Or the other one is you drive all the way to the coast and you park your car looking out to sea and you sit in the car.
Yeah, that's common. That one. People do that a lot. I've done it a few times. Well, what I used
drive
to
all
do,
the way? Why all drive
smoke,
and sit in
smoke a
the car?
joint in there.
That's a good reason to stay in the car.
I think sometimes when the Americans come over to visit the UK, they see how narrow our roads are and how quickly our cars pass each other, like 60 miles per hour at such narrow roads.
Yeah.
That freaks people out a bit, I think. But
Oh,
we're
yeah,
completely
they're
used to
always
it. But, it's
screaming
follow
down the road.
It's
They
just
don't
like
like it.
you're like a couple of feet away from a full-on accident, really, aren't we? But that's how it's always been.
Yeah, I remember when I was in Florida, we went from Orlando down to the Space Center. And on the map, it doesn't look far. But we're doing it 55 miles an hour. It seemed like a lifetime. And we felt we was crawling along the road.
I bet he was like the Griswolds when he went through the Harlem district. Excuse me, can you tell?
I think the most bizarre thing I saw there was all these alligators along the side of the freeway. Just with their mouths open like this. Hundreds of them.
Did you run across their heads?
No. But when I went out on one of them, we went on one of them boats. What are they called in Florida?
What like Gentle Ben goes on them.
Oh, you mean like in the
Yeah.
Everglades with the fan?
Yeah, I had to go and do the Everglades. I was having a thing. And no word of a lie, this alligator passed us.
Alligator.
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 He's got to be 60 foot long. No word of a lie. It was a huge and about 3 foot wide. And this American tourists. I'd say she was one from one of the other southern states.
Uh-huh.
Would he eat us if we got in the water? And the tour guy said, feel free. And he looked at me and he went, would he eat me if I got in the water? Yeah, I've never seen a alligator so big in my life.
Yeah, well, I've seen a huge bog rat.
A bog
Massive.
rat. A bog rat is a water rat.
Well, sort of, yeah. I suppose you call it
How
that.
big? How big? As big as a German Shepherd, Ray? How big?
Not quite as big as that, but pretty big. Pretty big. I reckon it was the size of
A Cocker
Jack
Spaniel?
Russell.
Oh, that's pretty big.
Yeah. It was.
When I went to this dodgy pub when I was in London.
Yeah.
And I went to take a dump, and I think one of those bog rats bit me in the balls, man.
You gotta be careful. They're everywhere in London. The town was built on rats.
Yeah, we had a small thing here in 1665 called the plague.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rats was everywhere.
There still are loads. I mean, Milton Keynes Station, God, there were some huge buggers.
Yeah, of course. Some of them
Just
bastards on the underground. Oh,
They're huge,
hideous.
aren't they? They're like little puppies, you know.
That's what I was saying. They don't believe me about these huge rats in London.
They make good pets.
They're very intelligent animals, rats. Very
They are.
Yeah.
intelligent.
Look, they're not very friendly looking.
No, they're not. But
My mate had
No,
two.
I mean,
They were
it's-
called Starsky and Hutch.
That's nice.
Hey,
Of course, he named it after Americans.
Yes. Well, he was a big fan of Starsky and Hutch, so he called them
Oh,
Starsky
that's
and
nice.
Hutch. They were lovely.
Yeah.
They were so friendly. They'd come and jump up and sit on your shoulder, fall asleep.
yeah,
You-
they would.
TV, and you'd go, "Excuse me, I need to go somewhere," and they wake up, get off, sit there, come back, and as soon as you sat down, they'd be back on your shoulder.
Yeah, and he says, I only speak Japanese.
I don't get it.
Oh, shh. Cats are fighting again.
Oh, your cats, Ray's cats.
I thought it
Yeah.
was Rocky's belly. They were doing that last night. I don't know what his belly was half rumbling last night.
Dead Wax, Randy says you're a good fit, Vinyl Richie, to fit up here with us English blokes.
Yeah.
Weren't you born in England?
For the
No.
last time. For the last time, say it.
Well,
You know,
just to
I don't. It's kind of weird. My parents were both born in London, and then they moved to Bakersfield, California. It's the weirdest fucking.
That must have been real culture shock for them.
Yeah, but they loved it. They loved it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, British like California, popular state.
Yeah.
yeah, a
Never
lot
been
of
to
British
California
immigrate to
yet.
America.
Yeah, I used to have well, my oldest daughter, she came home from school one day and she goes, Dad, because I raised my oldest daughter on my own. And she
Mhm.
goes, Dad, I get to keep Dakota for the summer. And I go, what's Dakota? She goes, oh, it's our class rat. And I'm going, oh, fucking hell. I was like kind of scared of rats. I had like a phobia. But man, that thing, it was the coolest little animal. It was really. So I ended up having a few pet rats. And we had this one called Mickey Rat. And he was really smart. In fact,
That was
it
a
got to the
comic.
point where we could leave his cage open and he would come out and he would, he had free reign of the house. And if he had to go to the bathroom, he always would go up to his cage and he would pee or whatever in the one little corner of the cage. But yeah, he was, and you could actually call and go, and wherever he was, he would come. It was, yeah, he was a smart rat.
He was domesticated.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He wasn't one of these wild ones.
I think Mickey Rat was a character in Zap Comics, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was a old like early 70s comic.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I've got a dog. When he goes out in the wet, he comes in and wipes his feet on the doormat. He wipes his feet. You know when you come in and you.
Yeah.
So does Rocky. Wipes his feet before he goes into the lounge.
That's
He's
a
a
good
bloody hero.
dog.
What a good dog he is.
Yeah.
He's been well behaved tonight, isn't he?
Yes, better than yesterday.
Yeah.
He was a bit noisy yesterday.
He was a bit boisterous yesterday, wasn't he?
He was talking.
think
Yeah, he
it's-
was talking.
I think it because it was raining here all day. He didn't get out for a good walk.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I think he gets restless. Although it is a bugger to get out, once he gets out, he enjoys it. But yesterday it was raining constantly all day,
Yeah.
Gets a
Here
bit
too.
active.
and he won't go out. And I don't. If he doesn't go, I don't drag him. You know, I don't believe
Right.
in that. But he's been out today, so he's under here actually, fast asleep, snoring.
Yeah.
It's
The
amazing
pause.
how much dogs sleep. Huh?
Oh God, he's always asleep. But you open the fridge, get the cheese.
Oh
or the
yeah.
ham out. He's there.
Is he good when you walk him, Ian?
Yeah, he's really good. He's not. I mean, he's a lot older now. I just let him do what he needs to do. He waddles around now and he's happy. He's got his tail in his ears because Dachshunds have got this thing of being when they run, they like to strut, and he still struts. And now and again he'll have a little run, and he runs at sort of an angle. And yeah, he still enjoys his walk. He sniffs everywhere and like he does. But when he was younger, he'd chase squirrels.
Oh. What about rats? Walker.
Oh, Arnie Zanzibar.
I,
Do you know that there is a YouTube video about Arnie? It's a few years old, and I know he knows about it. And it's a woman who made a video, and she collected all of his chat comments on videos. They're really, really funny. He has a career of doing this. He's really, really funny.
Well, I could do some of mine are quite funny.
Some of your what?
Some of the comments I get.
Yeah. They keep asking about alter personalities. I don't know what is these people? They're so curious about that.
And my favourite, the ones when I put their favourite album at the bottom, you think it's the end of the world, you know.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I know. Well, that's the scourge of the ranking, Ian. Everybody disagrees with you. No matter what you say, they disagree.
It's wrong.
that's why I never used to do ranking videos, but now I love it because people take that shit so serious.
They
Oh,
do.
yeah.
I know.
No.
I mean,
It's when I do the bad songs.
they
I
actually
love
get
that.
offended. Some people.
Yep.
It's like, dude, you weren't in the band. How can you be offended by this? It's like, God dang.
Of course, it's a bit extreme.
Did Ray fall asleep or what?
Oh, he does this. He kind of drops in and out.
Oh, okay. Because I've never heard him this quiet before.
Yeah, I think he kind of gets distracted with things going on within the home and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
William Pumping Vinyl, you should come up here someday. Come up here today. I'm sure you'll have a good time.
We'll
William.
look
I like
after
William.
you.
Where's Lionel Richie gone?
He's still
Still
here. He's swigging a beer, Ray.
It's Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. There you go.
It's a bit
Soda pop.
early for beer.
What film was it that the guy liked it hot?
Soda
Was it
hop?
real?
No.
Oh, the one that Christopher Walken.
Huh?
He's had done. What was his name? Him that was in The Mummy. Brendan Fraser. He played the son, and they buried them underground because they thought there was a Holocaust, and he liked Hot Dr. Pepper. Can't remember the name of the
Yeah,
film.
can't be helped when you got two streams running at the same time.
Can't be helped.
No.
What other
But they're
streams going?
different.
Yeah.
They're
Stunties.
Oh, Stunty. Huh? I know that Steve Westman was doing a stream when you were on, but it was.
Stunty's
I think-
got a large following. He's not going to be affected. He'll be all right. He'll still have plenty of people to talk to.
Yeah, and that crowd, they like to listen to records that are pressed off center, you know. Kind of weird shit.
We don't even talk about records here. We just talk about nonsense, trains and food and
Raps.
stuff like that.
Well, no, we talk about what we do. We talk about
Yes.
records on Thursdays, and then we talk rubbish on Fridays.
Yeah,
There you go.
we talk about
It's-
anything here.
So if people are watching tonight, if you want to talk about music, you come on a Thursday night. Same people, and we have our serious faces on, and well, we don't really. We have a lot of fun, and then this one is all about putting the world to right, talking rubbish, and having fun.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I came on the wrong night then.
You should come on Ian's on Thursdays, Richie. And 1981. You got anything from 1981? Check your library and come on up.
From 1981?
Yeah.
well,
each
I
week
have
we do a year. We
I
do
have
a-
a lot from 1981. Probably
Well,
none of you have heard of them, but
Well, just
That's
bring
all
10.
right.
No more than 10. Don't bring like 20 or 30 or a whole inventory.
no,
Some other
Ten-
guys.
Ten's enough. Ten's a good number.
That's a tip.
Yeah.
Although I did show 11 last night.
Who did? You did?
even 10's a lot, you know.
It is. It's too much. It's the
Five,
max. Yeah,
10's
because you want to be pithy. You want to tell some good stories, you know? You don't
Yeah.
want it to be like inventory.
Oh, good.
I'm going to be doing a video with the evil one
Who's that?
and Mazzy, and
Oh,
he wants to show like 10, and I'm going, I don't know, man. I think 10, it's going to be too long. Maybe 5, or do 2 videos of 5.
what's the topic?
Music documentaries or concert films.
I see. Ugh, okay, okay. Sounds exciting.
Maybe
Hello,
5.
Ray. Hello, Ray. Oh, you look great. Fantastic. You're wearing a hat and a tie, and you got a what's the A for? Is that for anarchy, Ray?
It's a
Anthony.
hologram. It's
Huh?
it's
It's for Anthony, AGK.
not Rimmer with a H.
I like your choppers, Ray. I like your choppers. Let me see your mouth. Let me see. Come up to the camera. Let me see your mouth. Shit, let's see those teeth.
Horrible.
Yeah.
He can't hear us or what?
No, he's being coy. Oh, he went away. His camera broke.
Yeah,
That was
he's a
good. That was
coy-
good. He
he's
is.
a
That
coy
was, I
sod.
couldn't speak. Teeth were in the way.
Hey, Jimmy.
Teeth were in the way.
You're right, Jimmy.
I
That
mean,
mask is
remember. I think
No,
when
it'll be Jimmy. It'll be a great video. I'll make sure of that.
Guaranteed.
It's Ray GK. Ray GK.
Ray GK. Yeah, that's funny.
Brad, you're so funny.
Well done.
Yeah, I
In
mean,
fact,
when
you
I
know,
do my-
Ray should. Anthony should change his to Rage GK instead of Ray.
Yeah.
Hey.
Is that video still up? Did he leave that video up
Yeah,
still?
He's so arrogant, he's not going to take it down. He can't
Well,
see any
Beetle
wrong
Babe
in it.
took hers down. That was also another ridiculous thing.
I missed that one.
Ugh.
Don't worry,
Christ.
he's taking
What is it
them
with
down.
these people?
I've got 'em.
Yeah, I try to avoid the Beatle channels. I mean, for me, they're worse than the audio files.
There's a lot of love for Mazzy in the chat, I see.
I love
it always
Mazzy's
is.
all right, man.
We
I mean,
love
he-
Mazzy.
He does rub some people the wrong way. I know a couple of people that just think he's arrogant, but I like Mazzy. He does say shit that I kind of don't agree with sometimes, like his cancel culture bullshit. But
Yeah,
I get along with him.
that is a problem.
Yeah. Oh, you need to report that channel and all that. Come on, man. Just let people do what they do, and then you do what you do. And
You can relate to some things with people, and there's things you can't agree with. And that's just how it is, isn't it?
yeah. I mean, that's like that Mazarus Stark. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Mazarus.
Yeah, what?
All right.
I think some of his videos are real funny. I think some are kind of lame, and some of them are just, I think, go a little too far. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to hate on the guy.
That's
No.
it, you know.
No.
I just wish he would make some videos about me. You know.
Oh,
I think
well,
you're in his
well,
latest
ask
one.
nicely. Ask
Be
nicely.
careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
No,
I
I could care less, man.
We're all on YouTube. We do our videos, and if we do something really stupid, it's there for people to do what they like with it. You got to accept. That's what you got to accept.
Who's Norm? Richie only likes Norm. Oh, I got it. He truncated the name there. Norm.
Hey, I thought we was a man down.
No, we're all here. The gang's all here. Don't be a hitter.
Pretty soon you will be. I got to make dinner.
What you
I
having
got to make dinner for the
tonight?
missus.
You having a Cornish pasty?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have some Indian curry.
Oh.
Your favorite,
Yeah, all
Brig.
nice. I like it, but I like
Don't
it
get
with
him
a name.
started. Do not get him started.
Don't
Yeah,
encourage
okay.
you. Don't encourage you.
I made an omelette tonight.
Very nice.
Yeah, I just had some beans on toast. If you
Oh,
believe
now
it.
you're talking. Beans
Yeah.
on toast is just that's childhood teas. Coming home.
Yeah,
from school.
I used to have that when I was a kid, and
Yeah.
I still eat it. You know.
Yeah, beans on toast with a fried egg on top.
That's nice.
The best tea in the world, because in them days we used to have school dinners at school when they were really nice. So we didn't have to come home at night. We just needed tea, but in the winter it was at least once a week baked beans on toast. I just like it when the beans goes all soggy on the bread.
Yeah. Cheese on toast
Oh,
as
you've
well.
got to do your toast right, otherwise it's disaster.
Yes.
Yes.
Toast has got to be
Still
perfect.
Toast has got any toast has got to be perfect.
How do you mess up toast? Burn it?
Yeah.
Guess so.
Then you just scrape off the black part, and it's fine.
Oh yeah, my mum always used to do that. Always eating burnt toast. She said it's good for your lungs.
Yeah.
Look where it got him.
Hey, I'm still here at 57. That's not bad.
We've got the
Cough
subject of
or
food
no
again.
cough.
Yeah, I know, because we love food.
Food was last week's.
Yes.
topic.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up.
Oh, no, it's all right. Just joking.
This week is trains or rats.
Yeah, I think when I put it on, I reposted it on my last week's. I thought I put also known as the food show.
Does anybody here actually listen to music? Just what?
Sure.
Sure.
I've listened to the new Steve Hackett album today. Yes, Michael, I've listened to the new Steve Hackett album today.
He has a new record? Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. He's so prolific.
I thought he was passed away.
No, he's touring. He tours with some long-haired guy who sings the early Genesis stuff.
Oh, Nad Sylvan, his name is. He's an Icelandic chap. And he sings Phil songs like Phil and Peter songs like Peter.
Yeah. So The Voyage of the Acolyte, is that a good record? Should I actually delve into that?
Oh, God, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right, we're talking prog for a second. I'm sorry, Richie. Black Flag, should I delve into that?
I don't know. How about Curved Air?
Oh
They had,
yes,
they were interesting. They had a female
Yeah, I just
singer
watched the video.
yes.
Kurt
of them
David.
performing, right?
Oh, they're still performing. Oh, Sonia, she's still out there doing the business.
Richie, how many albums do you listen to per week?
It
Would
you know
say?
it really varies. Some weeks I listen to a lot. Other weeks I can go a week without listening to anything. So.
Right.
Like
I'm gonna
yesterday,
make
I
a
was
note
doing some
next
work.
week how many I listen to during a week.
Like
Is it all
yesterday, I
vinyl?
listened to like 3 or no, maybe 4. Today, I haven't listened to anything. So
Yes.
All vinyl?
Hey
That
Richie,
dies
don't you
right.
find it funny that punk records are so expensive now? That original pressing punk records are like
yeah,
$150, $200 when they
yeah,
were
it's pretty.
like handed out like for pennies when back in the
Yeah,
day.
it's it's
It's
pretty weird. That's why I never did get rid of my when CDs came in, a lot of people got rid of their records,
yeah,
and I really didn't get rid of mine because I'm thinking. They only made like 500 of this record. They're not going to make make a CD. But sure enough, that a lot of them are all on CD, and now their original records are ridiculously
yeah,
expensive. I wish I would have bought more, but
yeah,
yeah.
My brother's got quite a punk collection, like
yeah.
serious punk collection.
G.G. Allen, his early stuff sells for a lot. And he used to just give those. There was a record store, I think it was in Vermont, and he would just give like 20 of them to the guy, and he would put them on the counter to give away. And they said they couldn't even give them away.
Right, right.
Got to get some new blood up here. I've got to start recruiting some new people.
Yeah,
Not
you should get
necessarily
Jimmy Barnes should come up here. Who else we got out there?
Oh, there's loads of people.
Hey, Misty.
A lot of people are camera shy though, and you gotta.
Yeah, it's not going to be.
They're race shy. Oh,
Oh,
Hey, Misty.
is that a Bichon mix?
I don't know.
You don't know? It's a mutt.
Nah,
it's what we call a Heinz 57.
she's a
Yeah.
beady-eyed devil is what she is.
Yeah, beautiful.
Lovely, lovely eyes.
I think she wants to go out. Huh?
Lovely dog.
Yeah, I love dogs.
Me too.
Yeah,
I mean, cats are cool, but I prefer dogs.
They're just so aloof, cats.
Yeah, they're
they're not loyal, are they?
No,
they're
Don't
kind
worry.
of like
They'll eat your dead corpse.
yeah, they
Yeah,
will. Well,
there's a
maybe, I think the
notice.
dog will too if he's hungry.
Yeah, there's a notice.
they're a lot more independent cats, aren't they?
Yeah, there's a
dogs.
notice outside my local supermarket, and
Yeah.
it says, "Don't feed the cat. It has got a good home." They're not. It sits outside the. This cat sits outside the supermarket, looking. They're giving that look. Oh, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
That's a smart cat.
Yeah, but Rocky was terrible. When I was with my ex, I'd go to work. She'd come in from work, and the dogs have been fed. And when she used to go in at night, when she'd finish work,
Okay.
they'd both look at her, going, "Look at their bowls, and look at her, and pair of them." And she says, "Ah, I know you've been fed because Dad's told me." And then they'd go.
Yeah, I can understand that, Jimmy. If you got a cold, you wouldn't want to come up. I mean, like a cold can be devastating, isn't it? If you're running a stream or doing a video, you're going to be in the
We've
mood
lost
for
Ray.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Groovy Lisa's dog Cookie is 15, still alive. That's fantastic. Rocky will be 14 in August.
that's a good age, 15.
You wouldn't think Rocky was 13, though, would you? The way he carries on.
No,
But he's a dash hound, and they're quite They do live for a long time.
Yeah, they
Yep.
do, don't
Well,
they?
smaller dogs do.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, my friend's dachshund was 17.
You call it dachshund, not a dachshund?
Dachshund, Dachshund, sausage dog. All the kids call him a sausage dog. The kids round here love him. Of all ages, even the
Nice.
riotous teens, right? We got
Yeah.
some some of the teen girls that live around here. They're loud, they scream, you know, they're typical 16-year-olds, but they see Rocky and they melt.
Rocky's a chick magnet.
Yeah, I was
He
going to
is,
say
yeah.
that wiener dogs are a chick magnet.
Oh, they love him, and he knows they love him. He's getting to know. He's got to know them now, and every time he sees one, they sit on the steps near us, and he'll stop coming this walk, and he'll roll on his back and want his belly rubbed. And
Of
that's
course, if we said
trust.
bird magnet, they would understand what we're saying.
Yeah.
But that chick, they don't understand. It just goes right over their heads.
Yeah, he is. He
It's
is.
like-
He's got a lot of fans. I mean, he has. I mean, one or two people have said he needs his own channel.
Or a T-shirt.
Well, he's getting a T-shirt on the Battle Royale, isn't he? He'll be on the Battle Royale T-shirt.
Well,
There
that's
you
just
go.
it with dogs, isn't it? Like, it draws so many people in, doesn't it? When you got a dog,
Yep.
you know, all kinds of people.
Maybe he should start a live stream.
Well, he made a guest appearance last night, didn't he? Rocky did.
It should be your logo, shouldn't it? Like Rocky.
I have got a little logo of him, but he's going to be on the semi-finalist mugs as well.
You got a merch? You got a merch shop, Ian?
Yes, it's on Redbubble.
Oh. That's really. I think that's so amazing that you can do that now. You don't have to spend a dime, and you can have stuff shipped on demand. You know, no cash commitment, no investment.
No, I mean, okay, I
Amazing.
only get a small amount, and again, it's peanuts, but it's just another little thing. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it buys me a couple of pints, you know,
Yeah.
or a record.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got to look at. It buys me a record.
Absolutely.
The ones that shift more are baseball caps.
Sure. Well, you have a lot of balding men who are fans of your channel, so they need to cover their heads.
Yes.
Would you go through the whole merch thing?
What
Mike?
do they say
No.
in baseball hats?
No,
I just
I would do
got my
sex toys
logo on.
in my merch shop, Simon.
Sex
I would do
toys?
sex toys. Yeah. If I were to have
Yeah.
a merch shop. You know, strap-ons, you know, that whole thing with my logo on it.
With your name on there.
Yeah.
I might actually do some. I'm going to do some Rocky merch. That'll probably sell more than mine.
Rocky dildos?
Yeah, I'm going to do some proper Rocky merch.
You should.
Like
Bowls.
Rocky,
So-
I am RTO.
What do your hats say?
It's just got my logo on.
Oh, okay.
Most of my, I've got with all my logos because I change them now and again. So I've got ones with the original logo, the second logo, and now they've got the new one. And I think it says ranking since 2021 on it now.
You should
Oh,
send one to Rob Walker.
Yeah. That would be really nice.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
He could
Yeah.
wear one on his channel.
Yeah.
Send some VCT.
Yes.
I
Vinyl committee love it.
mean, I know that one was sent to Canada, and they
Yes.
still wear it.
Yes, yes. Getting a little gamey though, but yes, it's still being worn. It's worn every day, you know. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Nice. Friendship across the ocean.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've one of my other friends in Canada.
Yeah.
She's been going through a hard time at the moment,
Oh.
and yeah, it's music for things and all sorts. So I was cheering her up. I just said to her, you may be 3,000 miles away or something. She's in New Brunswick. I said, but that's just because that 3,000 miles, it's still short. And she said, she says, that's lovely. And she said, there's a song about that. And she sent me the lyrics of some of Canadian folk band. And they're really nice words.
No sugarcoating from that Jimmy Barnes.
Says it how it is, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Without fail.
That's better than up front, isn't it? Call a spade.
Yeah.
What you see is what you get.
He doesn't mince his reality.
I've been known to not mince my words.
Maris has
That's
enjoyed
true.
himself.
Sure.
It's good to see. He's having a laugh.
Yeah, I just did a video, an old white guy's favorite black artist.
Oh,
And I showed James Brown record, and I go, yeah, there's one song on here, Talking Loud and Saying Nothing. I go, that kind of reminds me of some guy that's on a daily live stream. I didn't name any names or nothing, but
Oh, you don't know names. It's the
No
worst.
names.
No names.
No names.
speaking of James Brown, I picked this up a few weeks ago. Do you know Dyke and the Blazers, Richie? It's a great
No,
record.
I've known a few
just-
dykes, but I don't know that one.
No, I know. I've known a few bull dykes in my life. Yeah, Dyke and the Blazers sounds just like if you like James Brown, it's a great record. These guys are out of he got started in Buffalo, New York. Really nice.
What's the name again?
Dyke and the Blazers.
Okay.
DYKE. And
Yeah.
the record, they're
something
all
vinyl.
compilations. I don't think he ever did a formal go into the studio recording an LP. So it's just a compilation, but it's really, really good. Great. It's like hearing James Brown for the first time.
Yeah. William says Dyke and the Blazers are cool. So yeah, you have got one person that's heard of them.
Okay, we asked Richie what he's doing for fun other than being punched in the balls on RG, please. See, Mr. Vinyl Richie, some people do not understand why you do go on that show and present yourself the way you do. And some people are thinking, you do think it's kind of a bullshit show and you don't like the bullying. So they're wondering, why does he get his face on that show?
Well, I don't go on very often. I went on, I guess it was Tuesday, because I don't even listen to the show actually. But Tuesday I kind of tuned in because I wanted to see if they were going to comment about that Pumping Vinyl guy. I don't know if they were talking about him. But then I came up and I just kind of wanted to let Rob know that him and Pumping Vinyl are kind of like the same two peas in a pod, That's the reason I came up. And
Yeah.
and then he goes off, he goes off on me and whatever. I'm not going to argue it. It's like it's kind of juvenile. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a grown man and I'm not about to go on some live stream and have an argument. It's pretty ridiculous. But he goes, and I think I said, I've never badmouthed you or anything on any of my videos. And he goes, no, you go on other people's videos and leave comments.
You left one comment about drinking, which I thought was really funny.
Yeah,
that was the only one.
I have left a comment here or there, but not very often. But I was thinking about it after I got off this live stream, and I'm thinking, well, you don't need to do that because you're on fucking a live stream every day berating people. Right. And he has the nerve to complain about me making a comment here and there.
Exactly.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
He debates like a 16-year-old girl. You never know that? It's like, it's really amazing. And because she doesn't mute the microphone, it's not a level playing field. So who the fuck wants to go on there and debate with him? And then
I
she's
mean,
like
if I
flashing
really
hate
wanted
comments.
to, I could tear his arguments apart.
Yeah.
His arguments are so illogical. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
he's a child.
Yeah.
Child.
But
And I'm sure
Hold
he's
on
got
a second.
someone here is
He's-
going to report to him what I'm saying and go,
who
whatever.
cares?
It's inevitable. Whatever. It's no matter what you say or do, something will be said, something will be reported.
Yeah.
It's the.
Yeah, did you hear
It is what it is.
she said on Simon's live stream? Yeah, the nerve. I like when Stunty definitely
Stunty handles
handles
it
with relish.
probably-
He's a pro.
Stunty
dresses
handles
him
it
like a
better than
chef.
anybody.
Yeah. He handles him like a chef.
And I used to go on her stream almost daily back in the summer of 2020, I guess. I was still living in LA, but I was coming up here and fixing up the house that we're living in because it wasn't livable.
Yeah.
And I would listen to the live stream while I'm doing work, and I would pop on, and it was fun back then. But
Right.
man, it's gone downhill to me.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think her live stream is in a bit of a rut. And
No
I
shit.
honestly think if she got rid of Wax, her channel would probably grow.
No shit.
Yeah. Yeah. How many people have come and gone because of the Wax? 100, 200
And-
people?
Yeah.
More?
There's
But she thinks it's
More-
funny. She thinks it's
Yeah.
funny, We just love him. I love when she does the we,
yeah.
We.
I've had a number of British channels tell me that why would anybody go on that stream? And these are channels that she talks about and mentions, and they're telling me behind her back, I don't understand why anybody would even have anything to do with that.
I can
And
fully
they're probably
understand.
telling me this is like, why in the fuck are you going on there?
Yeah,
Well, they want you
yeah,
to read between the lines.
yeah.
So
I can
you're not in
totally,
Southern California. You're in Northern California now, or
I'm in Bakersfield, California.
God. Okay, so you're slightly
It's
north. Yeah. No, I know.
100 miles north of LA. If you ever seen the Rose Bowl or anything, or the Dodger
Yeah.
Stadium, you see those mountains. I'm on the
Yeah.
other side of those mountains.
Got you. And you've always been a Californian.
Yeah, I've always lived
Yeah.
in California.
So you grew up. So you went to all the punk clubs during the 70s.
Yeah.
Which,
Not all of them, but I went to back in especially in the early 80s. There were so many. There was like multiple shows every night.
yeah.
And I talked to Colin, the singer from GBH, and he was telling me, he goes, the first time they played LA, he goes, he was amazed at how big the shows were. He goes, I've never played in front of a crowd this big before. He goes, even in London, the crowds aren't this big.
Right.
But yeah, in the 70s, the first quote unquote punk gig I saw was Blondie, like in the Whiskey a Go-Go, like in 76.
Yeah.
And Tom Petty was the opening band.
Who was?
Tom Petty.
Oh.
That's a bit of a mismatch, isn't it?
They went pretty well. I mean, in 76, nobody knew who either one of them were, And the reason I went to the Whiskey, the guy I was working with, he kept telling me about this group, the Runaways.
Yeah.
And they were always playing the Whiskey. So I told my girlfriend, hey, let's go to the Whiskey. And it was Blondie and Tom Petty. And so
Was Petty pretty thin back then?
oh dude, we were talking shit. He looked like a fucking skeleton up there, man. He looked like a goat. He looked dead.
Yeah.
It was weird. He was scary looking.
He was really thin at one point, wasn't he? Like in his
Yeah.
early part of his career.
But what was a funny gig that me and my girlfriend went to? Was the Plasmatics.
Oh,
And there was
that
like a little ad in the LA Times, first LA appearance. And I just assumed they were from England, but I guess they were from New York.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what to expect. And then she comes out and she's got like electrical tape over her nipples, and
Yeah.
it was. And then after the gig, my girlfriend goes, "Oh, I know why you wanted to go to that show." And I'm going, "Man, I had no idea."
I thought she was an old lady. I had no idea. I didn't know she was a
But what was
stripper.
funny about that show, it was obvious they weren't going to do an encore, because when they left, the stage was everything was destroyed. The drum kit was all over. It was like, well, they're not doing an encore.
Anyway, answer to William's question here, Vinyl Richard, you were quite a regular on Rachel's show, but things got a bit sour, and I think you took a bit of a break from it.
I used to go quite a bit.
But you do pop in now and then, don't you? You don't.
Maybe once every 3 months, but I tell myself I'm not going to go back, and then I don't know. Once in a while, something happens, and
yeah.
I think I've only been on once this year.
Really?
Yeah.
I went on yesterday just to say hello to Dees and send and say hello. How are you?
Is that the guy from Israel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to send him my best, and in what you do at these strange times, and he appreciated it. So, yeah, because you always wonder, don't you? Because he's from Tel Aviv, isn't he? And they've took a bit of a pounding, haven't they? So,
yeah,
it's nice to check in with him, and he looked well, which was the main thing.
Yeah, it's a pretty difficult situation over there.
Yeah, it's like Naomi from 365 Days of Pride. I check in with her quite regular, so we get on really well. So
yeah.
I'm in touch with her all the time, making sure she's all right.
Probably right, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think as soon as Bobby Gass quits smoking, he'll die.
He's seen a lot of acts, though, boy.
Oh yeah, he saw Jimi Hendrix with the Band of Gypsies, and what's the sad thing about, and I tried to tell him this, because you know how he plays music on and then his channel gets taken down. This one's actually lasted a long time, but back in the day, he used to make regular videos, and he would tell all these stories, and then the channel would get taken down. I told him, dude, do 2 channels, one where you talk stories and that, and one where you play music. That way these videos don't get taken down. And he has so many great stories about James Brown, seeing him in concert, and some of them are pretty funny.
Yeah.
So I love that sort of stuff. I love into stories about thing. And I like you're talking about the whiskey. I mean, it's a legend, even over here it's a legendary place.
Yeah.
A bit like our marquee, the original marquee, not the marquee the one in Wardour Street, which was like a shoebox where the condensation would run down the walls, and you'd come out of there like a very sweaty. I mean, I've seen some acts in there that went on to be reasonably big here in the UK. I mean, I saw
the Stones played there like in 71, didn't they?
They played in 71. Queen have played in there. Quo, Marillion. They've all British bands sort of cut their mustard in the legendary marquee. I saw a band called Bow Wow in there, which was a Japanese band.
Oh, I was going to say, is that before they added the second wow?
Yeah, they were called Bow Wow, and then they changed their name to Bow Wow.
Yeah,
and Neil Murray, when I saw them, Neil Murray from Whitesnake and everyone else was in the band. So you've got all these 3'3" Japanese and Neil Murray. Now, I've met Neil Murray, and he's huge. He's 6'4", 6'5". So he stood right at the back, and you could still see him. I remember talking to him about that when I went to see the Kingdom of Madness, which is like a Magnum, ex-Magnum. And I says, why did you join them? He said, they offered me a regular slot. I said, I did it for the money, but I said, they were great guys. He said, I made 3 albums with them. He said, I was only going to do the one tour. He said, but they were fun to be with. And he says, and it was nice playing small gigs again. That's what he loved about it. He was playing small venues.
That's
So that
cool.
was all right. I said, you could see everybody. He says, I said, I saw you a couple of times at the Marquee and then in Northampton at the Roadmender. And he said about that, he said, that is a quaint place. He says, it's a good old-fashioned music venue.
What about the 100 Club? Was that called something else, or was it always the 100 Club?
100 Club. I mean, I've been the Town and Country was another great venue. I saw Uriah Heep at the Town and Country.
Right, Charlie.
See, I prefer those small gigs than the giant stadium concerts.
Yeah.
Stadiums are horrible. Acoustics are horrible. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned this probably a few times, but when my pub, when I used to drink in, it was a rock pub, and the landlord left. And when he left, he brought on a band for us at the end, and it had Bernie Marsden in it, Mickey Moody, Neil Murray. Can't remember, but we were doing "Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City" in the pub garden on a balmy August evening. There's about 200 of us.
That's a good size for a gig.
Yeah, and then it's one of them when people say, "Oh, you was at the Mickey Moody and Bernie Marsden." I went, "Yeah." It was incredible because they were just doing Whitesnake, Black Sabbath, and just all the old stuff. It was just absolutely fantastic. I'll tell you who the drummer was. Zach Starsky.
Really?
Yeah. I can't remember who the keyboard player was. You shouldn't
I
laugh.
love this guy. I love this guy.
He's brilliant.
so funny.
Guy.
You shouldn't laugh,
great.
but that is quite amusing.
He's so funny.
How come it's not fifth Beatle? How come it's sixth Beatle? It'd be fifth Beatle.
I think Billy Preston is the fifth Beatle, so I think that's right.
Head rush shoulder. Message from Charlie. Richie, you saw Neil Young in '73. What can you remember about the show?
That was a great show, man.
Was that the Roxy?
No, I saw him in Bakersfield Civic, and the opening band was Linda Ronstadt, which I had no interest in at all. But it turned out 3 of the members of her band were the Eagles. I mean, a year later, I guess they went on their own, but yeah, Neil Young was great. When Neil Young came out, he came out just acoustic guitar, did like 3 songs, and then another guy came out, and it was 2 acoustic guitars. Then the bass player came out, and the drummer came out, and then eventually Graham Nash and David Crosby came out. It was a fantastic show.
Yeah, I like Neil Young. Got some great songs.
I've seen him twice. I saw him once with Crazy Horse, and that was loud, man. They were loud.
I like the Harvest album. I think that's probably the best.
That album. My problem with that album is right smack dab in the middle of both sides. There's a song that I think sucks. With the London Philharmonic Orchestra and shit. It's like,
I know what you mean. There's a couple of dud ones there, but the quality ones make up.
It's a great album.
Decent album.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you get that on a lot of albums. You get a few like really crap songs.
A couple of wankers.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, that's like the later Beatles album. Paul always had to put a wanker song on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always you get a 80s metal, you get all this, and then you'd have to have the obligatory MTV fodder bullshitty ballad on there. That just doesn't.
Yeah, I never understood that, man. I mean, I guess they're trying to appeal to a wider audience, but
yeah.
But yeah, that ruined a lot of those albums, I thought.
I mean, you get Kiss Crazy Nights. Now, I saw them on that tour. and they insisted on singing "A Reason to Live," which is just a pile of old junk. Yeah, I'm not keen on 80s ballads. You know, I love ballads, but 80s ballads just suck.
Yeah, I think I went to only one of those hair metal shows or glam, whatever. I think it was Poison.
Yeah,
And
they played whiskey a lot. Like,
I think it was at the Roxy where I saw them.
yeah,
And
they
the thing that I noticed is you could smell the hairspray. As soon as you walked in, it's like, holy fuck, it smells like hairspray in this fucking place. Everybody had their hair like.
No, I've seen Poison, and
They were good.
they were brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Really
saw
catchy
Motley-
songs.
I saw Motley Crue in their day, and I mean, in their day when they were at their height. And Tommy Lee on them drums, it was like an octopus.
Now, see, I said I only went to one. I saw Motley Crue 3 times.
Really?
And my cousin, he got kicked out of his house. So he came and lived with me for like 3 months. And I told him, oh, let's go to the Whiskey. And we went and we saw the Dickies. And he really liked it. And the following week, he goes, hey, dude, it's on me. We're going to go back to the Whiskey. And I go, okay, whatever. And it was Motley Crue. It was before they even had an album out. But they used to practice in a storage facility by where he lived. So he knew of them. So, we went and saw him. And what's funny is we're waiting in line and the line's going around the block. And I guess they lived in an apartment up the hill and they're coming down the hill. And my cousin goes, oh, look, there's the band. And I go, oh, not a Chicks with Dicks band. And everybody, because I had my hair like real short. Everybody else had long hair and they're all turning around giving me dirty looks. And I go, oh, I shouldn't have said that. But as soon as I saw them, you could tell. I told my cousin, I go, man, you can tell these guys are going to make it, man. They were really good.
Yeah, I went to see Kiss in 1984 at Hammersmith Odeon.
How big is that place?
It's like a cinema.
Okay, that's a good size then.
Yeah, it was a great. So seeing Kiss in there was great.
Yeah.
First time I ever saw Kiss.
Have
And
you told that to
support-
George Borden? Have you told George Borden that you saw Kiss? Because he's a big Kiss fan. It's all they talk about on his streams. Kiss.
Yeah,
That's one of his topics.
yeah. The support band came on, and my mate said, "God, these are great." And I went, "Yeah, let's go." And so we went and brought the album, and
Yeah.
we saw that said band at the Milton Keynes Bowl back in 1986. And he said to me, "I think these will go far." And he said, "I told you." And do you know who that band was? Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi.
Yeah, they did go pretty big.
Yeah, I saw them on their very first visit, their first tour of the UK when they brought the debut album out. So they played the whole of that album practically, and that it sounds great. And I still love that album today, but they were smoking back in '84.
He had a pretty good solo career as well, didn't he?
John Bon Jovi, yeah.
Yes,
Bon Jovi.
Then his
and
voice
acting.
went. Yeah, and acting, and his voice went, and his voice is just
It's kaput now, isn't it?
George Thorogood. Now that would have been a great show. Kiss and George
Sure.
Thorogood.
Yeah, I saw George Thorogood open for the Stones.
Really? In LA?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which tour?
The 1980,
Mhm.
the first band was Prince.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I thought Prince was brilliant, but because I had his like Dirty Mind album, and that's what they were playing. But yeah, the crowd didn't like him. They were throwing shit.
Yeah, that's what I
And
read.
The keyboard player got hit in the head with something, and then they just stopped playing.
Yeah, I remember when I went to see Quo at Milton Keynes on their so-called farewell tour, and
Yeah.
Jason and the Scorchers opened up the ditch.
That's a good lineup.
They got bottled big
Yeah.
time.
You know what's a funny? I thought it was a perfect pairing. This was like '78. The Ramones opened up for Black Sabbath, and I thought, oh fuck, that's great. But the crowd, I mean, when the Ramones came on, bottles were flying, man. It was like, but bless their little hearts, they stayed up there for like 30 minutes and played.
Yeah, I saw the Stones on the Steel Wheels tour, which was Bill's last tour.
That was a good tour, man.
Oh, that was a great show. And you know who opened up for them? Paul Young, Loving the Common People, and he didn't go down very well. The whole stadium, there was hardly anyone in. It was at Wembley Stadium, the old Wembley Stadium. Everyone was in the bar.
Yeah,
They weren't there for Paul Young.
Everywhere, as soon as it finished, everyone went back out.
yeah. When they toured L.A., Guns N' Roses were the opening band.
I saw
The
Guns N'
Stones
Roses.
tour.
Yeah, the Stones tour. Yeah, the Steel Wheels Stones tour. And you know what? I've seen the Stones 1, 2, 3 times, and I would have to say that was probably the best show. Is the Steel Wheels? They sounded really good.
I don't
Then
think
I
I've ever
saw-
seen any photos of the Stones and Guns N' Roses together. So it was the same. It was the same ticket, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. The Stones blew them away, though. You know
Yeah.
what's funny? I've seen Guns N' Roses 3 times, and they were blown away every time. The first time I saw them, the Cult were the opening band, and the Cult blew them away. And then I saw them; they opened for the Stones, and the Stones blew them away. And then I saw them; they were joint headliners with Metallica, and Metallica blew them away. But I mean, I like Guns N' Roses. I have all of their albums on CD.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them at the Monsters of Rock. And all that.
Who?
And the Monsters of Rock, we used to have every year we used to have a Monsters of Rock concert.
You saw Guns N' Roses?
I saw them once. And
Yeah.
that was enough.
I remember
Yeah,
a couple of years ago. Played
Yeah, I
at
went
Top
to
Rock.
a Monsters of Rock concert, and it was Van Halen were the headliners.
I've seen Van Halen that with Sammy, and about 3 weeks later, I saw David Lee Roth.
He's attending to his dog.
Yeah, I think I need to go feed my dog, so I'm gonna take
All
off,
right.
guys.
Good talking to you.
All right, maybe I'll come on a Thursday and talk music.
Yeah, sure.
1980,
Although that's what
1981.
that's
Rich.
what we're doing.
Appreciate it.
You're coming on Thursday? Yeah, it'd be great to see you.
Actually, that's what we've been talking about lately, huh? Is the music. So anyway, take
1981,
care,
Richie.
guys.
Later.
All right,
All right.
See you, Richie. Nice having you.
That was nice.
Right. Yeah, it's good conversation.
Yeah.
Talking about
He's
music.
seen a lot of acts, boy. He's seen a lot of bands.
He has. Yeah, he knows his stuff. Seen a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
More so than probably all of us, I'd say.
Yep.
Right. Well, we're over the 2 hour. Oh, coming up almost 3 hours in about a quarter of an hour. Wow. Time flies, doesn't it?
Well, it's very nice. Everybody was well behaved. Nobody got kicked out of the chat. We had
It was a
many
good stream.
people. We had the trolls. We had the British. We had
Roll with the
Norman.
trolls. We roll with the trolls.
The whole
Like it.
roster.
And a great talk with Richie about
Everyone.
Right, Marius?
See him as.
see you, Marius. Yeah,
Everyone
talk about
contributes.
whiskey.
Everyone plays a part. The stream is what everyone makes it. You know,
Yeah.
it's not me. It's not one person or anyone. It's everybody.
Preach.
Thank you very much, everyone who was
All right.
involved. So, I'm going to shut it down now, and
Okay.
we'll do it again. We'll do it again next week, no
Yeah.
doubt.
And
And,
Thursday, we'll be there Thursday and Friday.
Thursday streams as well with RTO over on his channel. So thanks everyone, much appreciated support. And we'll do it all again in a week's time, and of course Thursday as well.
And God
Bye,
bless.
guys.
God bless.
Bye,
Bye for now.
bye, 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 bye.
Nope, not pressed it yet.